my name is Brittany and today is Monday, March 9th, 2020. I'm going to discuss your junior reading expert lesson with you, class 500. Today we are going to do units 18 and 19. I'm going to read the excerpt. I want you to read along with me and then read one time by yourself. And then we are going to answer some comprehension questions together. All right, let's begin. Our first unit, 18, is about sports. Now, sports is a big topic. There are many kinds of sports, but we're going to try and guess what the topic of the passage is about by looking at the before reading question, the title, and the picture. The before reading question says, can you play chess and do you know how to box? And look at the picture, boxers playing chess. So just by looking at this question and the picture, we can kind of guess what our reading is going to be about, right? This kind of prediction is a good way to set up your brain strategically for reading the passage and understanding what you will read about. Let's begin. A bell rings and two strong fighters step into a boxing ring. Can you guess what happens next? They sit down at a table and start to play chess. This is what happens in a popular new sport called chess boxing. At the beginning of a chess boxing match, the fighters play chess for 4 minutes. Then they go to their corners and put on their boxing gloves. After the chessboard is taken away, a 3-minute boxing round begins. The ancient Greeks thought boxing was enjoyed by the gods, so it became part of the Olympic Games in about 688 BC. The fighters continue switching between chess and boxing for up to 11 rounds. The match ends if one of the fighters is knocked out. It also ends if a fighter loses the chess games or runs out of time while playing chess. The first chess boxing competition was held in 2003 in Germany. Since then, the sport has spread to countries all over the world. Fighters prepare for a chess boxing competition in different ways. One often used method is switching between strength exercises and speed chess games. This helps the fighters get used to the unusual rhythm of a real match. Interesting, I've never heard of this before. All right, everyone, let's answer some comprehension questions on page 77. Right now, I want you to pause the video, answer the questions by yourself, and then hit play again when you're ready to check the answers. If you don't understand one of the questions or if you get it wrong, it's okay. Just make the correction and I will help you understand later. If you want to ask me via Kakao, I can help you understand the concepts more. Number 1, what is the passage mainly about? The origin of chess boxing, how to play chess boxing, the health benefits of chess boxing, or how to be a chess boxing champion. Well, if you answered number 2, you are correct. This is about how chess boxing works, how to play it. It explains what the rules are, it explains how to prepare for a match, it explains what happens during a match. So this is about how to play chess boxing. Number 2, which sentence is not needed in the passage? You can see A, B, C, D, these little circles in the passage. If you answered C, the ancient Greeks thought boxing was enjoyed by the gods, so it became part of the Olympic Games in 688 BC. You're correct. The reason why we don't need this sentence is because we're not learning about the Olympics or Greek gods. We don't really need to know that that's why the boxing games were added to the Olympics. We're trying to learn about chess boxing and how it works, so we don't need to know C. Number 3, what is not true about chess boxing? If you answered 2, you are correct. Fighters boxed for 4 minutes. We know that's not true because it says the fighters, let me see, boxed for 11 rounds. Yeah, it says the fighters boxed for up to 11 rounds. Oh, at the beginning of a chess boxing match, the fighters play chess for 4 minutes. They don't box for 4 minutes. Number 4, which is not mentioned as a way for a chess boxing match to end. If you said 3, you are correct. When one of the fighters loses more than 6 rounds, that's not mentioned anywhere in the passage. Number 5, which is the best pair for blank A and B? Germany held the blank chess boxing competition, and the sport has since become blank around the world. If you answered 2, first and popular. It says in our passage, the first chess competition was held in Germany. Since then, the sport has spread all over the world, which means it's popular. So, first and popular. 6, to prepare for a real match, fighters often train by doing what? We just need to find the keywords prepare for a match or train. Fighters prepare for a chess boxing competition in different ways. One often used method is switching between strength exercises and speed chess games. So if you wrote switching between strength exercises and speed chess games, you're right. Okay, that concludes Unit 18's lesson. We are going to continue on to Unit 19. Before we do, please answer the questions on 78 and 79 by yourself. We will send over the answer key. You can check your answers, take a picture, and send it back to us. Unit 19, Origins. We don't know what this is going to be about, but we can guess based on the picture and the question. Do you know when people started to wear t-shirts? Okay, so we can guess that this is going to be a history lesson on when, where, why, and how people started wearing t-shirts. Let's read. It's hard to imagine a life without t-shirts, but t-shirts didn't become popular until the 1960s. During World War I, American soldiers wore wool uniforms in the hot summer of Europe. They saw European soldiers wearing cotton undershirts and they started copying their style. Because of their simple shape, they were called t-shirts. By World War II, both the U.S. Army and the Navy included them in their uniforms. Up until the 1950s, t-shirts were still considered underwear. It was actors Marlon Brando and James Dean who shocked audiences by wearing them in movies. People were surprised to see underwear worn as outerwear on the screen. James Dean made the t-shirt a symbol of cool youth when he wore one in his movie A Rebel Without a Cause. And the tight style that showed his body soon became popular. Developments in printing in the 1960s brought another change to t-shirts. People started printing on them. These inexpensive cotton canvases became a way for wearers to share their likes and dislikes. Since then, t-shirts have become even more popular. Why not? They are inexpensive, comfortable, stylish, and fun. Okay, practice reading that by yourself. Work on your pronunciation and comprehension. Think about what you're reading while you're reading it. Pay attention to keywords and concepts. And when you've done that, answer the questions with me on the next page. Try to answer them by yourself first. Pause the video and hit play when you're ready to review your answers. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1, what is the best title for the passage? If you said 2, A Short History of T-Shirts, you would be right. The reason why we know this is a history is because of all the dates that we see in our story. In the beginning, we see 1960s, then we see 1950s. We see how the t-shirt became popular in the Second World War and continued on after that point. Number 2, which is not referring to the same thing. If you said 2, B, you would be correct. The way you need to answer this question is by looking at all of the underlying answers. A, cotton undershirts. B, their uniforms. 1, or these inexpensive cotton canvases. Cotton undershirts, 1, and these inexpensive cotton canvases are all referring to t-shirts. But B, their uniforms, are not. Their uniforms are not t-shirts, they're something separate. 3, World War I helped t-shirts. 4, the answer is 4, spread to American soldiers. The reason we know that's the answer is because of the sentence. By World War II, both the U.S. Army and the Navy included them in their uniforms. During World War I, American soldiers wore wool uniforms in the hot summer of Europe. They saw European soldiers wearing cotton undershirts and started copying their style. That's the sentence that helps you know. So because American soldiers saw European soldiers wearing uniforms with t-shirts, they started copying them. Number 4, what made people see t-shirts as outerwear? If you answered 2, you are correct. Movie stars looked good in their t-shirts. We know this is the answer because of the last sentence of the 3rd paragraph. James Dean made the t-shirt a symbol of cool youth when he wore one in a movie, and the tight style that showed his body soon became popular. James Dean was a very popular actor who was very handsome, and people liked seeing him in a t-shirt that showed his muscles. Number 5, thanks to developments in printing in the 1960s, people started to use t-shirts as a way to do what? Look for the keyword, printing in the 1960s. It became a way for wearers to share their likes and dislikes. You can see that in the last paragraph here. Share their likes and dislikes. All you have to do is match the keywords in the question to the keywords in the reading. Number 6, write T if the statement is true or F if it is false. 1, the name of t-shirts came from their simple shape. That is true. And 2, because of James Dean, t-shirts became the symbol of actors. That is false. It's because of James Dean that the t-shirt became a symbol of cool youth. You didn't have to be an actor to wear a t-shirt. Anyone who was a cool young person started wearing t-shirts to copy James Dean. Okay, everyone, we are finished with our junior reading expert lesson. Don't forget to answer the questions on 82 and 83 by yourself. Use the answer key that we have given you. Take a picture of your completed work and send it to us for corrections. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you again on Thursday. Bye.